Did you know that there's a tunnel under Ocean Blvd is Lana Del Rey's 9th studio album released this year? With a long title like that, really erupts an intriguing sentiment. After a 2-year album splish-splash pandemic scene, she once again grants back another body of work, presenting features and producers in the monochrome cover art. Let us get to know the tunnel code, shall we? The first song, I am already in shock and starting off strong. The theme of the opener is literally embedded in the intro, which is memories. As the song progresses, she talks about certain memories about her family that she will cherish forever, emphasizing the line, "I'm gonna take mine of you with me."
I'm doing it for us, for our family life.
The song starts slow with a choir and then transitions into a sad-sounding instrumental. It unexpectedly switches into another feeling after. As it progresses, it gets grander and descends into a more relieving finish. Now the instrumentals are supported by the vocals of Lana and also the choir of women from the intro. Just the ending of the song is like going to the gates of heaven.
My grandmother's last smile, I wanna take that to me.
At the start of listening to The Grants as the latest single, I found the intro jarring, but it is now my all-time favorite of mine. What pulled my heartstrings is her honoring the memory of her grandmother's smile, which hits close to home in the personal familial life. Truly, The Grants is the one, if not her best openers of her albums.
Did you know that there's a tunnel under ocean?
Tunnel Under Ocean Blvd is about existentialism, tying the knot of the previous song's theme of memories. She wants to be remembered, comparing herself to not be forgotten like Jurgen's Tunnel, aka the tunnel under Ocean Blvd in Long Beach.
Made beauty sealed up by 2 man-made walls.
Similar to the opening track, the production increases, builds up until a grand finish. Additionally, in this case, you may seem to immerse the feeling that you are in the ocean.
His voice breaks at 2:05.
Lana vocally on this one is also as powerful as the first track of the album. Surprisingly, some of the background singers from the Grants returned to deliver the same sentiments of the song, overtaking Lana vocally with the intention of fading at the chaotic ending. Really connected with this lead single while making art for this album review, and I found it as a rekindled gem, a type of track to take wind and explore a certain oceanic imagery. Now Sweet, I admit, is kinda bizarre. The lyrics are definitely shimmering pick-me status. If you want an elaboration, a pick-me individual is this "I'm not like other ones" declaration to draw attention to them. Lana says this line which sets the tone of this track, and it caught me off guard.
You want some basic bitch, go to the Beverly Center and find her.
Instrumentals are the same as Ocean Blvd, but I am not going to lie, it sounds sweeter. Piano and some strings, this is the star element of the song.
Nobody goes, that's where you find me.
Lana's vocal energy is confident, and she actually referenced something in the chorus. She interpolated a melody from her song Wait for Life, and I will play it to show the similarities. I think Sweet is a good song. The production and vocals are more favored. The lyrics are the secondary look. When it comes to this track, it makes you look twice. I don't know, it's sweet.
Been an American whore.
Hands down, A&W is objectively the star of this album. The song is divided into 2 parts. Part 1, Lana discusses about the themes of loss of innocence and seeking out casual sex as an adult. Thoughts circulating about a rant in the current ideologies of women presenting themselves starts the song in a darker route.
If I told you that I was lame, do you really
The instrumentals of this song is quite acoustic and it will definitely switch on the second part. Lana's vocals are top-notch, especially in the verses. They are presented experimentally.
I'm a princess, I'm divisive. Ask me why I like this.
The track then transitions into the next shorter part in a more haunting manner. Then it brings to this trap beat, which is a complete 180 from the first part. Part 2 is about Jimmy, Lana's eluded lover in Ultraviolence. Lana wants to get high on Cocoa Puff, if you know you know.
Jimmy, Jimmy, Cocoa Puff, Jimmy, Jimmy, right.
When the first song addresses the negative conceptions about being an American whore, she decided to fuck it and just own the title regardless of the shaming. The production intentionally gets aggressive as it proceeds to the end, and it shows the statement of the song. The 7-minute song really brought back the quintessential Del Rey prize from her previous works. Ultraviolence said hello in spirit, I can sense it.
I don't know if it was God, but it felt like God.
This interlude I did not really listen to and possibly never will be listening to. It is a recorded sermon of Judah Smith talking about a topic about love and lust of man. I'm just going on Genius rather than dissecting it in headphones. I did not listen to it fully, but I guess the instrumentals is a haunting piano piece. The sole reason I did not want to listen to this interlude is the pastor screaming the sermon. If it were presented in a calmer manner, maybe I would be all ears. Some people may like to hear it maybe. Personally, I think it is not really necessary as well. It kind of lowered the immersing vibe of the album due to its early placement.
Candy necklaces.
Candy Necklace is the most mysterious song off the album. The concept of the candy necklace is a whole metaphor of superficial love or buying love. She states the obsession of this microdosage of toxicity, which leads to the thoughts of doubt in the relationship.
I think that we should address this, acting like the young and restless.
Thanks to Jon Batiste's amazing piano skills, it reinforces the haunting sensation of the theme. What I love about the song is that there are certain breaks where the instrumentals take over. Vocally, Lana shows once again with the mesmerizing siren-like voice, especially in the chorus. Jon joins in the outro specifically, then they create the most mysterious chanting in effect. I love how complex the song, which left you have to research more about the metaphors it showcases. Also adore the picturesque atmosphere of the track. Preferably the one interlude which is auditory pleasing than the previous one. It is just jarring to have two interludes sandwiching a song. Generally the track is just a recording of Lana and Jon soulfully feeling the piano early in the morning. The middle part feels like a transcendental moment, a feeling of ascending relief. The definition of listening to the music and let it take in the soul. I like the smoothness and playfulness which will eventually do a 180 on the next songs. I do have a say, I think the album is fine without these interludes, but if I were to pick one to stay, it would be this.
It's Kintsugi.
Kintsugi is a healing song. Kintsugi is a Japanese form of art where broken pieces of pottery are put back together with other metals such as gold, sealing the once broken cracks. She resonates the concept by witnessing a death of a family member and coping by running away from it. It becomes more hopeful as the song continues and recollecting a newer outlook.
Probably running away from the feelings I get.
The instrumentals on the track is purely piano. It starts off this low-key, humbled and quiet tone into a spark of hope moment, not entirely as grand as the Grants, as it is softer. Made the correct decision to display Lana's vocals on the track alone. She really shows the projection as her songs get more personal. I am surprised on my own thoughts about Kintsugi and ended up liking the song in the long run. It is therapeutic to listen to when times get sadder. Speaking of her most personal songs,
Tracing fingertips over
Fingertips is the most of Lana's personal life poured out into a song. I am going to warn about the trigger warning of mentions of suicide before I continue. Lana pours out the most of her innermost thoughts in a stream of consciousness manner. It is like a writing exercise to which you are to write the most of your inner thoughts, regardless of organization. The topics she talked about are existentialism, family relationships, especially with her mother, death, her own suicide attempt, and the cost of fame. It is a lot to unpack. Due to the heaviness of the song, the dramatics of the instrumental took off into a whole nother level to support the lyrics. As I said before, the more personal Lana gets, the more she projects in her vocals. She even voiced her soul in this with greatest of emotions. I do appreciate why she releases it. Just like to get these things off her mind for a therapeutic release. For me, my replays on this song is at a low rate. For its heaviness, I feel satisfied with just a few listens. It is not a bad song. It is not for me to return personally. Paris, Texas is the song that I never had, and it is the song that everybody would want. It is the most straightforward track. If you know that it is time to leave, then leave. Then she presents certain locations, and the theme is all about change in a way.
I took a train this way down in Florence, Alabama.
To know why the feature is here, she fully sampled the piano instrumentals of 𝕼𝕤𝕒 I Wanted to Leave. I would describe it as floaty, airy, and elegant. It really hits in the right places. Her vocals in this track brings all the elements together with the lyrics and instrumentals. It is unique and quite different from her usual deliveries, but in a good way.
Brighter than you are.
The song maximizes the core of elegance, and I like its delicate nature. You can definitely dance to this with certain flowy aesthetics, and it shows how pretty the sound when it progresses. Grandfather, Please Stand on the Shoulders of My Father While He's Deep Sea Fishing is a long title and a song about reflection and guidance. This is where Lana is calling for a sign to know that there is a guiding force in her life, specifically 3 white butterflies or an owl, requesting to both aid her father and her journey as well. The track might be the most spiritual of the album. Again, Lana samples 𝕼𝕒𝕒's flow with additional sounds to create something. It feels like we are back at the ocean on a boat. In the vocal department, Lana once again delivers a range, and I do want to point out some instances I like in the track. I remembered appreciating it when I was first listening to the album, but it immediately falls off on my list, so I will say my replay value on this one is low. It is at the bottom, but what I love about it is its lyrics. I was expecting a bit more with an intriguing title like that, but the song is good overall. I did not expect to vibe with this track. Let the Light In is a joyful love song about a couple meeting in the middle of the night. She expresses the light to come in, meaning to accept the feelings of happiness.
On this life and how we write our love song.
Since there is so much piano on the previous songs, a switch is evident in this track. It is acoustically managed and focuses on guitar to create the simple feeling of a feel-good old love song. In terms of the collabs, this is one of the strongest in the vocals, especially in the chorus. Lana and Father John Misty's voices blend well, elevating the listening experience.
Turn your light on.
I really like this song. It brings happiness into the veins after a long walk of existentialism and heavy introspection. What I love is how simple and friendly the atmosphere whenever I listen to it. It makes it lovable to continue or to have a jamming session with peers.
He met Margaret on a rooftop.
Margaret is a cute engagement song. Margaret is Jack Antonoff's fiancée. Lana wrote a song for a friend to depict their love, and it is wholesome. For the instrumentals, I would describe them as tender, subtle, sweet, and a marriage-like celebratory ensemble at the end. Vocal-wise, Lana and background singers really shine, especially when belting at that one time. I am sorry for Jack, I do not think I have the same sentiments. I think it is a good love song. It is so casual for Lana to just drop the date of the couple ceremony, but okay, I guess. It is also low on the replay value together with Grandfather, but I mostly prefer Grandfather's overall cohesion. I did not necessarily connect to it.
Fishtail, what's the matter with her?
Fishtail is an interesting one. The general line to encapsulate this song is, "Don't you dare say that she'll braid my hair if you don't really care." Another lover to be called out by their bad behavior of not keeping promises and emotional toxicity. This song took a turn after the first verse. You really thought another slow song, but A&W vibes are back to the premises. There is a beat drop that really transitions this song into another dimension.
I can see you wanted me sadder.
Lana's vocals are also changed. They also have effects in the chorus. It shows a switch of the sound in the latest tracks to discover. I like how unexpected it turned out to be. It reminded me of Tulsa Jesus Freak a lot. The song as a whole has a dreamy aura. You can sway to it, but also with a rhythm because of the beats. It is satisfying to hear, I would say.
Listen to the chili peppers.
Now Peppers is a grower. This song is the definition of not giving a fuck anymore and just having fun and being in love in an all-time high. She even mentions flashing her neighbors and kissing her boyfriend with COVID. Definitely the star element of the whole track is the production. It is upbeat but softer, a very interesting combination. I love the part where the production goes wilding in the bridge. Lana's vocals, especially in the verses, are okay. Tommy Genesis' voice is just sampled to make a catchy chorus. My thoughts on the chorus are partly bop or partly repetitive. It is one of the most liked songs off the album, but for me, I remember liking it at first, though I have mixed feelings surrounding it, but I think it will grow.
Taco truck.
Taco Truck X VB is a wild closer. The first part is about Lana and her boyfriend meeting by a taco truck. Then she just goes Lanita and feeling bonita for a second and not caring about criticism, intentionally to follow up the previous track. Then my favorite part is when the switch up to VB, aka Venice Bitch.
Oh God, miss you on my lips. It's me, a little Venice bitch.
The instrumentals are similar to A&W but shorter. First is the taste of Spanish-influenced sounds to this heavy trap beat rendition of VB. Lana's vocals are also phenomenal in this track, especially those ad-libs in Venice Bitch at the end. I favored. I think this track reignited my interest to Venice Bitch because, to be honest, I really did not connect to that song in NFR years. Of course, the Taco Truck verse deserves justice though. I think the song is a fun closer to tell Lana's overall journey as an artist, a spark of unexpected flow and a genius nod to her previous work. To summarize my thoughts, I think The Guardian's take is spot on when they describe this album as rebellious honeymoon. I can hear Lust for Life on the last 3 tracks, Ultraviolence and Born to Die in the attitude, Blue Banisters and Chemtrails in the lyricism, and Honeymoon and NFR in the instrumentals. It is a collection of Lana's previous work which I do enjoy reminiscing. A journey of an artist. I think what divided is whether you like or do not like the ballads or the last few tracks, or both and vice versa. I truly understand the tunnel code, which the first first few songs she enters the tunnel, Candy Necklace starts the shadowy parts of it, and when Let the Light In comes, she is outside. Themes gathered from family, relationship, love, self-reflection, and healing. As I listen to this album more, maybe I will regard it as one of my favorite Lana albums. It is just refreshing to see her come back. Anyways, here are my personal rankings.
You created genius glowing in the heavens.
TV by my side. That when you good is gold. Send me 3 white butterflies. If you want someone, then just call me. 'Cause I love to love. It's like the young and reckless. Love me until I love myself. The light gets in. The way you shone Tennessee. Jimmy only love me when you wanna get high.
As far as now, we only have one short film visual for this era. I will have to decide whether I would make or continue for reviewing future videos if in case they will come out soon. For Candy Necklace, it is a 10-minute short film with an interesting concept. Majority of the scenes are filmed in black and white and behind the scenes. Lana pays homage as acting 3 old Hollywood stars in different scenes, namely Elizabeth Short, Marilyn Monroe, and Veronica Lake. These 3 women succumbed to hardships while keeping a clear face on camera. Lana even explained in this part the reason why the video is the way that it is, and we get a glimpse of rich red where the jewels of each of the necklaces fall off, symbolizing an eerie sensation winds where superficial acts of gifts led to untimely demise. Expecting a body, instead Lana touching her Hollywood star in the Walk of Fame, appearing to wear no necklace in that one scene in color. I will say this before and I will say it again, this simple type of albums where a close-up of a person to the camera is divine of the divine, and this album is no exception. The cover art captures the curiosity of Lana's face as she nods in a gray and grainy bed, looking at the viewer as to impose the question if you want to join her journey. Interestingly, the yellow font is located at the top left side with the title. It is a nod to 𝕼𝕣𝕒 magazine cover, and the inspiration is there. For a long while, I was not heavily invested to look at the aesthetics of Lana albums. The last thing I can pinpoint I can appreciate was Lust for Life or NFR. The style of this era's aesthetics is simple yet striking. The main motif I could point out is ribbons dressed in Lana's hair. In the album art, she wore either a fitted sleeve top or an unbuttoned collar shirt. This is to signify the more personal and vulnerable tone of the album, and she is also comfortable showing her skin. Comfortability is also a recurring theme as the setting is always in the bedroom. I mean, she's holding a pillow as a prop. Now these are some fits that I love in this particular era. The green billboard dress dates back before the release of the album. It is eccentric with its patterns but still is calling an elegant and graceful comprehension. I like the flowy aspect of it with the candid movement photos. It is a nice dress, simple and dynamic in its presence. The highlight of this dress is that it is structured gorgeously. I love the watercolor feel with the arrangement of pastel purple tones. The belt accessory is quite fitted and gave this sort of a refined ensemble. The dress is fine overall. Just knew about the Veronica Lake inspiration after the Candy Necklace video, but my first impression when I saw the look thinking it was a reference to Born to Die due to the hairstyle. The cape moment in the alley shot, Okay Fairy Godmother, gives off a partly mystique yet alluring look. Of course, when a dress is shown, I even love this fit more, but the main selling point is the hairstyle. If the second part of A&W was an outfit in spirit, it would be this. A piece from the Interview magazine photo shoot. There's a lot of remarkable outfits, but this one really stands out. It is bold, and I do love a sick black ensemble. Most of the appreciation comes from a reminder of A&W or ultraviolence in style. When I saw the album cover, I was completely intrigued of the photo shoots in the formation of the project. When I saw how many likable square dimension pictures, I immediately made a set of fan art just for this video alone. I mean, come on, these two ribbons are still mesmerizing for some reason. The fit is simple, it is all about the hair. I think the posing and the way the look is showcased is so grandeur in my eyes. What are my final thoughts on this recent project? The sound of the album is similar to her previous projects, but presented in brand new fashion. It is not a mishmash, but a recollection of different sounds she worked with. What is masterfully emphasized are the transitions in the songs. Lana switches the energy in most of the songs, gaining the unpredictability, but in a good way. Vocally, Lana really shines since those NFR days up to now, astonishing and experimenting delivery with her range through the tracks. Themes of deep introspection come into fruition, starting with family to hardships and end to end with having fun reinforces the journey through a tunnel. Aesthetically, it is simple, but the way it is presented is eye-catching. Playing with filters and different poses with same outfits is already a staple in the photo shoots. So that is all for my Lana review. If I were to make more of these, I will label them as revisits since Lana is deeply an icon from my angsty teenage years. So if you like to see it, make sure to like, comment, or subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching this era review and make sure to have a nice summertime.